Just kind of an odd weather pattern. I'm thinking it looks like it could rain, but then I see in the distance, I see sunshine over Catalina Island. It's not gonna rain. It's just gonna be humid most of the day here. A good morning, 7:46 the time, 14 minutes in front of 8 o'clock. And I'm only describing the weather here along the Southern California coastline, wherever you happen to be listening from across the country. I hope it's a beautiful day, weather-wise and otherwise for you as well. My thanks, I'll say this again, I said it yesterday, absolutely and positively overwhelmed with the response to the Labor Day countdown, and those of you that participated in submitting 10 songs each for that countdown. I'm just flabbergasted at the response. Again, I'll say it, that normally the rule of thumb in radio is less than 1% of everyone that listens is an active listener and takes part in the whatever activity it is, whether it's a game you're playing, something like Intro Wars, or whether it's a request or dedication. Everybody just listens. No one actively picks up the phone or does a text or sends an email or stuff like that. Less than one, and that's okay. That's what you grow to. That's what you expect when you do radio. Intro Wars does really, really well. We're about 4 or 5% sometimes of the audience, usually around 3, but 3, 4, 5% of the audience usually takes part in an active, of voting for the intro. Excellent. I think those numbers are baller. I will compare those numbers to any station doing anything in the world. Those are great numbers. When a full-on, just about 10% of your audience sends in 10 songs each, that's something. Very proud of you, the listener, for doing that. Very proud of the list that we have compiled. And all I can say is the songs that were left off of the list are just as great as the songs that are on it. There are some amazing pieces of music that just did not get the amount of votes required to make the top 100. Top 100, baller, gold, all the way. So thank you again. Going to be a fantastic day next Monday starting at 7 a.m. When we kick it off with number 100 and then count our way down throughout the day. And if you tune in here and there, you tune out, we're looking at maybe 5:30, 6 o'clock, something like that in the afternoon to be done. So I mentioned my, and I hate to use the term spare tire because I never had one. But I kind of noticed something, kind of noticed a little, oh, wow, okay, a little paunchy Elvis in the white jumpsuit look here, Ed. So I jumped on the scale about 2.5 weeks ago or so, and I was above my fighting weight. I have a regular fighting weight of about 180 pounds, and I was a little bit above that. And I thought, okay, well, I got to take care of that, so I cut out my favorite things in the world of my diet, which are potatoes and bread. Those are my weaknesses. All things bread, all things potato, all the time. I thought, okay, I cut these out, I'll do fine. Lo and behold, I kept a really, really strict regimen of not touching those items. Jump on the scale this morning. I added another couple of pounds, 2.5 more pounds. I'm like, my God. So, I got to figure something out. But I discovered, and I'm not anywhere near this danger zone yet, but there are people in the danger zone that a combination of a lower calorie Mediterranean diet, along with exercise and nutritional support, has kept overweight to severely obese people between the ages of 55 and 75 from progressing to type 2 diabetes. This is according to a brand new study. People who reduced their daily calories on the Mediterranean diet and engaged in moderate daily exercise while also receiving professional weight loss support had a 31% lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes than those who followed the Mediterranean diet. This is according to a study published yesterday in the Journal Annals of Internal Medicine. I think this 31% reduction is probably a result of the combination of those multiple components: improved diet quality, increased physical activity, as well as modest weight loss. And the intervention group also had significant reductions in body fat percentage and, more important, a reduction in visceral adiposity. That's belly fat. That's the spare tire that we're talking about here, as well as a significant improvement in body mass index. The study showed that it's not just weight loss, but also improvement in body composition, and that may have contributed to the reduction in the diabetes risk. At first glance, the study results seem boring. And that's because it's well known that if people cut calories and eat plant-forward diets with good fats and exercise, you can prevent type 2 diabetes. We all know that, right? But actually, the study's results are staggeringly stunning. We're all accustomed in other similar studies seeing changes at 1 year that slowly diminish. Most people are unsuccessful, as I was, in making those changes. And if they do happen to make them, they are unsuccessful at maintaining those changes. However, adherence over time to lower calorie Mediterranean diet and daily physical activity allowed participants in this new study to keep their reduction in body weight and waist circumference. What is staggering is the 6-year adherence to those changes with very little recidivism. Those participants made lasting lifestyle changes, and it is possible. So, scratching my head here as I tell you this, but I'm already fairly active. I do my steps here at the studio. I've got the stationary bike at the house. I walk. I just got to do more. I think that's the deal. I got to do more. This research is part of an ongoing 8-year randomized clinical trial in Spain called Predimed Plus, in which 23 research centers tested how diet and exercise can reduce cardiovascular risk, as well as other health conditions. And all 7,000 participants in the trial had body mass indexes between 27, which is considered medically overweight, and 40, which is considered seriously obese. While no one was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes at the start of the study, all of the participants had metabolic syndrome defined as high blood pressure or high blood sugar, altered cholesterol, and excess fat around the waist. Metabolic syndrome is a well-known risk factor for insulin resistance and later in life, type 2 diabetes, as well as, by the way, buildup of plaque in arteries, which can also lead to heart disease and stroke. So half of the group was asked to follow a Mediterranean diet with 30% reduction in calories, which is about 600 calories a day. And they were asked to limit intake of added sugars and refined breads and cereals and butter and cream, processed meats, and sweetened drinks. About 35 to 40% of the daily calories were designed to come from healthy fats, 40% to 45% from healthy carbs, and 20% from proteins. And they were provided 1 liter of extra virgin olive oil for free each month to support their adherence to that Mediterranean diet, which emphasizes those healthy fats. So me, personally, I'll do it not just for the spare tire, but I'll do it for the free olive oil. It's 7:54.
The Mornings with Edcha will be right back.
Laguna Urgent Care, located in beautiful downtown